March for Our Lives hosted a rally in Saugerties Saturday demanding universal background checks for all firearm purchases. And John A. McKenna, the USA director of the Nonviolence Project, had a special message for those on hand.
Down in New York City last weekend with the moms, and we crossed the Brooklyn Bridge, and it's always an honor to be in your company. It's also an honor to be in the company with the teachers. My mom was a nurse before she became a teacher. She's buried up here in Elka Park. She would be here, and the moms and teachers are first responders with so many issues in our society. And sadly now there's being a huge push to ask even more of educators to do what is insane in terms of being armed and having to confront violence that needs to be prevented on the front end. And the way we prevent it on the front end, of course, is the policy that Lisa talked about. 3 big elections this year. We got the June 28th primary, we got the August 23rd special election to replace Antonio Delgado's seat, and of course the biggie on November 8th. So we all know the policy side is important. We all know the get out the vote part is important. But we also realize there's a cultural shift that's important, and the psychological angle, and to create a tilt of thinking. And that's what this is all about. And that's what the Nonviolence Project does. So we started a project called Why Not New York? Play on words is KNOT, the knotted gun. We have artists around the world. The Ringo Starr of the Beatles did this one. But we start with the kids, schools for peace, teachers, and we try to move the needle away from this incessant propaganda to turn little kids into violent adults. And so we're all in this together. My last message about that on the cultural psychological side is, this is Moms Demand Action. When they called me yesterday to speak, I said, I'm not a mom. And she said, yes, we're all moms. And so my last message is for all the men here, and all the boys here, which is great. We got to do some deep examination. We know it's the males that are marketing, manufacturing, and pushing the weaponry. And it's the boys that are out there doing this stuff. So we got to get to the table and be as loud and as vigilant and as wonderful as these moms and teachers are.
Then marchers took to the streets of Saugerties demanding universal background checks for gun purchases.
Enough is enough. Background checks now. Enough is enough. Background checks now. Enough is enough. Background checks now.
Enough is enough. Background checks now.
And they demanded action.
We demand it now. We demand action. We demand it now.
We demand action.
We demand it now.
We demand action.
We demand it now. We demand it now.
And they even broke into song.
Work to save the children. Work to save the children. Never turning back. Never turning back.
And on Main Street in Saugerties, a demand for background checks.
Background checks.
When do we want them?
Now.
What do we want?
Background checks.
When do we want them?
Now.
What do we want?
Background checks.
When do we want them?
Now.
What do we want?
Background checks.
When do we want them?
Now.
What do we want?
Background checks.
When do we want them?
Now.
At the Canton Veterans Memorial Complex, a demand to protect our children.
Now.
Protect our children.
Now.
Protect our children.
Now.
Protect our children.
Now.
In Saugerties, Brian Hubert for the Daily Freeman.